I'm a year behind on tournament videos, so here's Budapest 2023. So the full context of this tournament is the fact that I did Heidenheim 2 weeks prior, went to Paris for a week, trained, and came to this tournament. During my time in Paris, I kind of had a rekindling of my fighting spirit, training with some of the best fencers in the world. But when I got to this tournament, what I lacked was not my fighting ability now mentally. It was kind of more of a technical base. I was just trying stuff. You can see here that I'm fighting, well, here I'm baiting, but I feel active, I feel good, but my techniques are kind of raw. And what I mean by raw is that they're kind of sloppy. They're the right ideas, but when it comes to actually executing, like right here, that was beautifully mine, and I missed it. Now you may notice that I'm moving way more than I do in my other videos, and that's because during my time in Paris, fighting those top level fencers, I just had to go into the flow of things and start fighting like they do. And what they do is they are really good on footwork, the thing that I lack the most. With that need to do more footwork, another thing came into play, which was the fact that I had to get in the flow with them, and with that flow came a return of something I haven't felt since I was a teenager, which was like this animal-like desire to make a hit. Not a desperate desire, but animal-like, like feral. It's really weird to describe. The best way I can describe it is that you're kind of in tune with your instincts and you're fighting based on instincts, but you're right in there, you're on the edge of hitting, and you're just preparing, waiting, building stuff, playing around with them, getting super aggressive, putting pressure on them. It's something that I used to be able to do innately, and as I got more like mature, that kind of side of me disappeared. So when I got it in Paris, or when I felt it in Paris, I didn't completely get it. It was a great thing for me to feel, and I felt it here a lot. Thing is, before I left for both Germany and then here for Hungary, I was told by someone higher up on the coaching ladder in Quebec that I don't have the desire to hit, and it looks like I'm just joking around, basically, and they weren't impressed. It's the furthest thing from the truth, but I understood where they were coming from. When it came to training in Paris, I'm about to get 5-0'd by the guy who wins the tournament. That's cool. But when it comes to this tournament, I had a change of heart on that scale because that fight was back. Training with people who are super good and push you to the edge or else you won't survive puts you in the mind frame that I think he wanted from me. And I'm really happy that I was able to touch that again after like at least 5 years of not feeling it at all. And because of this, after the tournament, I had a huge reflection about what makes me fence well, and I realized I respond to external pressures. If there's a really strong external pressure, like a high level fencer, I will rise to the occasion mentally. Whether I can physically do it or not is a whole nother thing. That depends on my training. But mentally, I think my focus levels really depend on what's in front of me, and that's a good thing and a bad thing. Bad thing because if someone's maybe lower than my level, I might shit the bed. But if someone's higher than me, I will probably fence better than I have before. And even upon further review, I also realized that when I didn't like the person in front of me or their coach or something, my fencing skyrocketed as well. I really like or perform best when I have a person that I really want to take out, whether it's like a rivalry, disdain, or a goal right in front of me that I can chase. External pressures really make me tick. At first, I thought I needed to be angry, which I think is part of it. If I don't like someone, I might get angry. But it's actually more the external pressure thing. Over the past few years, I've become way more stoic in my approach to most things in life. I like to not get angry for no reason. But I think that bled into my fencing, and it hasn't helped me at all. So my goal after this tournament was to try and keep that mentality of aggressive fighting spirit while keeping a calm mind, stoic mind that I want. And it was a big revelation for me. It matters a lot. Clearly, I didn't pass the pools, but here's me beating Imric in Heinheim.